Welcome, race fans. Tonight, another season for Area 51, the Monday Night Next Gen Cup Series of, well, the Season 1 of 2022. The first race of 2022 for the Monday Night Series. Of course, presented by MaxSpeedTV. How is everybody out there in chat doing tonight? Glad to have you all for the first race here at the Brickyard here. This is going to be, I think, a fun race here tonight. 25 drivers have entered the facility here tonight, and we might have a few more that will pop in here later on. But before we get down into the pre-race analytics, I want to give a big shout out to the sponsor for the whole league in the season in the series here for Area 51. The TJ Chummy EU Sports. I know they're out there in chat here tonight, and I know we're having some issues out there, bud. I do apologize for that, but well, it's some technical stuff that's out of my control. But glad to have you on board here for Area 51, and I'll get that changed, of course, in the ticker after the race tonight and before next week's race. But that is TJ Alain, who does paints out there, and of course Chummy Miller. So a big shout out to both of them for coming on board here. But why don't we go ahead and dive down into it. Now, there is no points to go down. I do want to make note there is one fast repair and three green white checkered attempts if it does come down to that. That is up there in the top left corner of the ticker here tonight. But of course, myself, Joshua Medlock, on the mic for you all again this season. We're going to go ahead and dive into that pre-race analytics here. We got an air temp of 65, a little bit of a wind. It's a light wind, about 2 miles an hour out of the, looks like out of the north here this evening. So not really too bad. Now the track temp, however, 106 degrees. So it is a little warm out there on track here tonight. Not too bad, but it is still rather hot. So 106 on track, and you know, if these guys were racing in real life, you're looking at about still yet 120, 125 degrees in the car. So hopefully everybody has got their water and such things and keeping them cool out there. But it's virtual. However, nonetheless, you know, they've still got 75 laps that they're going to be doing here tonight, and Indianapolis is not an easy track. It's 2.5 miles rectangle, 187.5 miles. Now, tire window, well, usually there's tire limits. Well, however, tonight, for the first race, there's no tire limits. It's unlimited. So, however many sets of tires you can put on in 75 laps, well, that's what you get. Now, the fuel, however, is 70%. I was told somewhere between 30 and 35. I think that's a little bit too high. So, but that's what I was told. So 30 to 35 laps for fuel. I would say maybe 25 to 30 laps on fuel. And if anybody's out there and want to correct me on that, that would be great. Pit road, 60 miles an hour with a pace speed of 75. Hopefully we don't have to see that pace car much here tonight. However, if we do, we're going to definitely get some interviews here because of how big this track is. We got Mike Peters out there in chat as well, so glad to see you out there, Mike. I know Mike is also on track here tonight, and well, he is our current leader right here in practice. We got Dean Wilkinson, Bud Still, Robbie Darnell, and Gary Corley rounding out our top 5 here in practice. Get that off there, my name off there, and let's get down here onto the track here real quick before we step away, play the national anthem. Dean Wilkinson right there in second, and of course Mike, well, he's sitting on pit road, but he is first. However, qualifying will be underway here in just a few moments at about 3 minutes If you've got a pick out there in chat, you want to, want to see who wins, go ahead and throw it out there. We'll try to get to it. William George out there as well, currently running in 6th. Alrighty, folks. Well, coming down to about 2 minutes and 35 seconds here momentarily. We're going to go ahead and step away and play the national anthem provided by Madison Rising. Hang tight, folks. Qualifying will be underway when we come back.
This is Rio of Madison Rising, and you're watching MaxSpeedTV.
Alrighty, folks, qualifying is underway here tonight. No times as of yet. We're just waiting on the first laps for everybody. We got Jim Brooks, TJ Hanley out there, Koabe Brooks, William George, Bud Still, Mike Peters, who was the quickest in practice. He is coming back out. Larry Blair, and our first time, Koabe Brooks. Oh, and he's going to get knocked back by Jackal Walls. But Jim Brooks going to go there into third as the times are starting to roll in here tonight. Coming down to the last, really 2.5 minutes in the times. Yep. Robert Chiswick right there in 6th. We'll see here if our driver quickest in practice, Mike Peters, can back up that time. William George, it looks like, going to go into that 4th spot. Eric Gilray in 5th currently, and this is just current. We got plenty of time. Dave Bush out there. Koabe going to go up into the top spot here. And there goes Jim beating out his son for the top spot. Wow. Jim up in the top. And, well, Gary Slapinski, did slap himself up to the top, but Bud still stealing it away right there. Yeah, I got a couple of puns and names for some of these drivers. We got Gary Slapinski and Bud, Mr. Steele there. William George in 4th. Well, he's going to go all the way back now to 5th. Kawabe 6th. He's done. Robert DuPont 7th. Mike Peters is in 4th right now. We'll see what he does here. Like he is not going to finish it out. Jason T. Adams currently running in 13th. Gonna cross the stripe here. We'll see if he can move up, and he will. He'll move up to 10th. Dean Wilkinson, 15th currently. Jay Allane, Dustin Lamb, Dave Bingle, Robert Rock, Nicholas Lamb, Robbie Darnell, James Ledford, Jay Hilliard have yet to come out and qualify. They're not going to have any time. Let's see here if maybe we can get Bud Steele down here. Our pole sitter, looks like. And it is going to be Mr. Bud Steele stealing it away from Gary. Bud Steele, got a copy real quick.
Yes, sir.
Well, you are going to steal the pole away here tonight from the 85, man. First race of 2022 of the season, man. How do you feel about it?
Pretty positive at the moment. Everything feels good.
So are you happy with the setup? You happy with the track and the way it feels? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, if you like to drive a car that slides through the turns, it's pretty good.
All righty, bud. Well, let's get to it. You guys are gridding already, man. But strategy. What strategy do you think is going to be the biggest key here tonight? I mean, we don't want to give out strategies, but what do you think is going to be one of the biggest?
Right now, starting out, just going to try to stay clean and not be too hard on the tires. And try to be there at the end.
All righty. Well, Bud, man, awesome job out there here tonight, grabbing the pole, man. 75 laps. Hey, it all starts right now, Bud. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Yep. All right, we'll get him back down there to his team here tonight. We're going to go ahead and get that driver bar off there. Ball times off there. Looks like, for the most part, everybody did grid. We still got a few that have not. However, the MaxSpeedTV starting grid here tonight. Bud Steele with a 51.648. Congratulations to Bud Steele. Gary Slapinski there in that second spot. D. Wilkinson third, Jim Brooks in fourth, Ryan Kelly fifth, Mike Peters in sixth, William George seventh, Kawabi Brooks in eighth, and we're going to have issues. Robert DuPont ninth, Jack Walls rounding out our top 10, Jason T. Adams 11th, Derek Gilray 12th, E.J. Hanley 13th, Robert Chiswick, or is it Chiswick or Chiswick? No, I'm going to say Chiswick. They're in 14th. Larry Blair 15th. Gary Corley in 16th. Dave Bush 17th. Of the qualifiers, of the non-qualifiers, James Ledford going to start in 18th here tonight. Robert Rock there in 19th. Jay Hilliard in 20th. Dustin Lamb 21st. TJ Allain 22nd. One of the sponsors. A part of the sponsors. Robbie Darnell 23rd. Nicholas Lamb 24th. And rounding out our field of 25 here tonight, Dave Bingle. He's going to ride shotgun starting in the back in 25th. That is the way we are going to stack up here tonight. And it looks like Dave Bingle did not grid. 2, 3 we go here tonight. The short shoot between 3 and 4. Pull those belts tight, folks. So one more time. That pace car will dive off to the safety of pit road out of 4. It will be in Bud Still's hands. I do believe he has to wait initially on green to go. Could be wrong. However, pace car dives off to the safety of pit road. It is on pit road. Bud Still just waiting on the green as we are as well. There is the green flag. Boogity, 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 folks. Season 1 of 2022 is underway here tonight. Right now, we're just waiting for everybody to get situated. Some 3 wide going on behind them already. That did not last but a second. Gary Slapinski didn't waste any time. He slapped himself up to the top spot. 3 wide. Possibly, maybe potentially some 4 wide going on behind them. And yet again, I am going to have to close this out and reset it. For some reason, I hate. This is why I hate ATVO, because it does freeze. However, Gary Slapinski is going to lead the very first lap here tonight. Let's go ahead and reset ATVO here this evening, folks. Hang on just a second. We'll go ahead and get it up here. I'm not sure exactly what is going on. Hopefully everybody can hear me okay. I know it's probably jumpy out there with the stream. I don't understand it. Technical issues out of my hands. All right. Driver bar up here. Gary Slapinski still up front. Single file now. Pretty much throughout the field. We got some passing going on. Like Dave Bush did get around Gary Corley in that number 7. Dave Bush 53. We've got TJ Allain at 95. And of course the paint out there. Of course, a big shout out to TJ Chummy Esports again for coming on board. They've got certain paints out there, and you can definitely tell who they are. TJ Allain being, of course, one of them. You go back here into the field a little bit, and you've got, well, that number 19 of Nicholas Lamb running one of those paints as well. We'll get a closer look at these paints here in just a little bit. But man, Gary wasting no time. He He's like, all right, well, you're not going to lead the first lap. I'm going to. And he led that lap again. We got a battle for the lead. Ryan Kelly down to the inside. Ooh, trying to hit around him through the short chute. Not going to happen. But Jim Brooks is right there with him out of turn number 2 onto the backstretch here. Lap 4. Everybody right now just trying to figure out where they want to be, what they want to do. You know, pit stop's definitely going to happen. But still fell back to, contact maybe a little bit. William George, Jack Walls. Think there was any contact there, but boy, that was close. And a battle for the lead. Slapinski and Kelly. Here we go again. We'll continue to watch it. Bird's eye view for Jim Brooks, Bud Steele, Mike Peters. Oh man, side by side. The 85 and the 13. Ryan still trying to get around him. A little bit of separation going on behind the lead pack here. Can Ryan lead this lap? Oh, is he going to? I think. Did he get it? Did Ryan get it? Yes, he did. Ryan Kelly led that lap. Whoa. William George from 7th to 3rd. I want to call him right now the Bulldog. William Bulldog George. Because from 7th to 3rd, kind of bulldogged his way up here in the 09. We'll just watch William George here as well. And these drivers already killing it here. These cars, man, they draft so well, but you get a lot of aero push. And I heard after about 4 to 5 laps, that's where the aero push really comes in. I'm talking about that separation here. It's going to go from Derek Gilray running back here into 12th, right where he started. So he's still hanging on. But you go back here to Larry Blair, there's that gap between that front pack and this pack. So we got 2 packs going right now here at Indianapolis, and we're only 7 laps into this 75 lap race. We got some, is that teammates working together? I don't think so. Let me see here. Let's get back here. Got TJ Lane there in the 95. And there was is Nicholas Lamb, so that, yeah. Possibility, some teammates trying to work together. All right, well, that would work. I mean, this is a big track. Finding your teammates, your partners, definitely good work. We got a battle up here. Robert DuPont, TJ Hanley, spelled different. TJ, T-E-J-A-Y, and TJ, Alain. Yeah, Alain doing some battling of his own here with the 7 of Gary Corley, Robbie Darnell, Robert Chiswick. Check back up front here. Everybody up here, though, still single file. Not a whole lot going on back here or up there. Back here, though, that's where the action is. And a battle for the lead again. Ryan Kelly and Gary Slapinski. And Ryan is just gonna, he's just gonna take it. Brennan Kennedy out there in chat. Oh, yeah, they do, man. A lot of great looking paints out there. But, you know, Brendan, as well as I do, it's not all about the paints. You know, it's how well you race. And right now, early on, these guys were killing it. A lot of action going on. And battling for the lead. Gary Slapinski and Ryan Kelly again. Oh, Ryan blinking out. I'm going to have to jump over to Gary here. As they go side by side behind them, Jim Brooks in the mix, Mike Peters, Bud Steele coming up on them again. Oh my gosh, here we go again. Go ahead and get rid of that. Like Jim Brooks, Mike Peters. Looks like Mike did get around Jim. Got some battling going on back here. Robbie Darnell, Gary Corley, Robert Chiswick, Dustin Lamb, a little bit behind them. Ooh. EJ Allain, Nicholas Lamb, teammates. Are they working together or are they working against each other? Look at the paints here. Guess we'll see. Nicholas Lamb getting around TJ. Own teammate. Jack Walls, Bud Steele going at it back up toward the front here. And still yet that battle for the lead. Ryan Kelly, Gary Slapinski. William George has had a bird's eye view of this for the last 5, 6 laps, 7 laps here. God, he jumped up there from 7th to 3rd. He has not looked back. He is all over the back bumper of Gary Slapinski. Gary on another broadcast from MaxSpeedTV early on this, I think it was yesterday or the day before. Might have been Friday, I don't know. But I did hear Rudy Cummings, our boss man over here, call his name. And I think we all know Mr. Gary Slapinski very well. And, well, here in season 1 of 2022, we are getting to know Ryan Kelly, William George, and I know William from last season very well. And, well, look at where William's at right now early on, and he is proving, hey, I'm going to be up there. Trust me, I'm going to fight for this championship this season. And that 09 machine early on here at Indianapolis, he's not proving us wrong. He is up here fighting hard, trying to stay up here with these guys, and he's sitting pretty good right there in 3rd. Dave Bush. Oh, Mr. Dave here. I think we'll be seeing more of him on MaxSpeedTV as well. But Dave Bush here in that number 53. Started in 17th. He was running in that 11th spot. He's got Koabe a little bit further ahead of him. He's leading this pack right here with E.J. Hanley, E-E-E-J-A-Y Hanley, Derek Gilray, Larry Blair just right behind Mr. Derek. Nicholas Lamb, E.J. Allain leading this pack back here. Oh, man. We got several different packs going on, folks. Several different packs. Not just one, it's not just two. I think we got about 3 or 4 out there. And We still got this battle up here with Ryan Kelly and Gary Slapinski, though. These two right here are continuing to go at it. I mean, they're kind of breaking away, but they're bringing two drivers with them. Okay, Gary is going to take over the lead, and he's going to shoot it right up ahead of Ryan Kelly. So we got Gary, Ryan, Mike, William. Top four coming to lap 16 here. Got Jack Walls. Oh, we got company. Oh, no, and we got a wreck. Jack Walls in the 83 going around. Oh, no. Oh, first caution of the evening. What happened? And there is the new MaxSpeedTV replay with our sponsor on there. A big shout out again to TJ Chummy Esports. Trust me, I figured something out with the help of Gael Brooks, so big shout out to him. We worked together and got that worked up. Kept the MaxSpeedTV original, but of course added you guys to it. No, right there, we're in the 07. I think the 07 might have gotten into the back. Oh. All right, well, let's get a chase view here. We'll turn the camera on Robert DuPont. Did he get into the back of the 83? Oh, the 43 gets into the back of the 07. I think that might have punted the 07 slightly right up into the 83. Got that arrow push. You get that 83 loose, and he is right up into the 6. Right there of Bud Steele. 83 and the 6. Gonna get the worst end of the stick here under this caution. Well, thank God for at least a fast repair, because I think both of them might need it here tonight. Is anybody gonna pit? I think they will. I think they will pit. See what Gary does. I think he is going to bring them all down pit road. No fake outs. He is coming down pit road. Gary, Ryan, Mike, William, Jim, top 5, and everybody coming down pit road as we speak. I don't see anybody staying out here. Including Jack Walls. He is like, all right, well, I'm just going to come down too. Might as well. So the only car we have out there on track right now is the pace car. Everybody else is on a pit road here. And Nicholas Lamb. Oh, did he miss his pit stall? Well, he is out first, but I believe he might have missed his pit stall. Out first officially. That did pit in their pit stall is going to be Gary Slapinski. And you know the drill, folks. We are, of course, going to have to get Mr. Gary, if I can find him. There he is, right there. And let me go ahead and drag him down here. Gary, got a copy?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
All right. Well, you know it's me, Gary. I mean, it's obvious. It's Loudmouth Medlock. Well,
Happy New Year. Hey, Happy New Year to you and everybody else.
Well, you didn't waste any time. You jumped out front before, you know, the lap even ended, lap 1 to go to lap 2. What was going on down there, man? You know, talk about the start of the race, and of course, you know, the run you guys had in the battle. I mean, the battle you are having with Ryan Kelly. This is amazing.
Oh, I'm loving it and having fun. That's what this is all about, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
It's kind of boring. It's going to be boring, but I'm just sitting out there just driving away from everybody. So Ryan's doing a great job. He gets a run, and I try to get a run like off the corner. He's getting a little bit down the straight. He's getting a huge draft off to me. You know what I mean? So I get a little bit of run off the corners, and he's catching that speed down the backstretch.
Well, Ryan is not a teammate, apparently, correct? Hello?
Yes, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, Ryan is not a teammate.
No, he's not. No, he is not. He's going for it. I want him to. I want to race. I want to have some fun out here.
Well, man, how's the tires holding up after, we'll call it 16 laps?
Yeah, they're holding up pretty good. Right now, I was just talking to the guys. I got 92, 96, so it's pretty good. Pushing it a little bit.
All right. Well, Gary, we're not going to keep you. Of course, I know you were on another broadcast from MaxSpeedTV a couple of days ago. So, you know, it looks like everybody's getting to know Gary Slapinski over here at MaxSpeedTV.
That's good. Hello, everybody. Enjoy the race.
All right, man. Good luck, Gary.
Thank you.
Yep. All right. Well, that is our leader. Of course, we'll try to get more down here, folks. But right now, we got to get our leader, Gary Slapinski. And it's going to be Ron Kelly right there on his outside. I think it's going to come down to Gary and Ryan. I really do. All right, well, here we go. Pace car will dive off to the safety of pit road. Gary will be in control. Here we go. He's going to be on the loud pedal. Green flag is back out, and we are back on the way here tonight at the Brickyard, Indianapolis for season 1 of 2022 here. And oh, wow. Mike Peters has decided, well, hey, I started 6th. I might as well be up here too. And he just shot it in front of Ron Kelly there. Oh, or that second spot, and he just did so. A little bit of 2 wide action going on behind him. Single file right now up front. Got Bud Steele trying to make his way back up there as well. To the inside of the 70 of Larry Blair. Single file, they're just hanging on to it here. Well, it's not going to be crank it up, but how about we ride along with somebody in some traffic here? How about we go with Dustin Lamb here tonight and just do a little bit of a cockpit ride here, folks. All right, riding along with Dustin Lamb here, just kind of hanging out. He was in some traffic, and he is kind of fallen in between some drivers here. Bud Still, TJ Lane right behind him with a teammate of Nicholas Lamb. If Dustin and Nicholas is related here. I have to ask about that. Let's get back up here to Dave Bush, kind of in some traffic. EJ Hanley, Derek Gilray, Koabe Brooks falling back here, getting passed up by Derek Gilray. Robbie Darnell. Bud Still. Larry Blair falling backwards. I say that, and he is still trying to get around Bud Still. Kind of watching back here. 13th. 12th, 13th. On back. Still got some weaving going on. I don't know if we're going to see anybody try to pass. Getting up here, we got some action going on. Robert DuPont, Jason T. Adams in the 43, Dave Bush, EJ Hanley. So we do got some action up here. Right up ahead of them is that pack of 5 cars, the lead pack. These guys back here can stay single file. They will catch. That 09 of William George. Gary Slapinski. Still up front. Got Ryan Kelly there in second. Mike did fall back to third. And a battle yet again for the lead. Oh, Lord. Gary Corley, Robert Chiswick going at it back here for 19th. So I'll try to get everybody on camera, whether it be just for a split second or not. Everybody deserves that time. James Ledford, all the way back here in 24th after starting 18th. Oh, James not having the race, the first race he wanted for the season of 2022. It is not over, though, folks. It is not over by any means. Mike Peters got back around Ryan for second. We are going to be coming up on that halfway mark here in about 11 laps. 37 and a half laps is our halfway mark. Everybody still minding their own P's and Q's for the most part, and we did have that little incident there. Got some battling going on back here. 19 of Lamb getting around Jack Walls. Oh, folks, we got it. I think before halfway, I think we'll go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead and let's crank it up here tonight on MaxSpeedTV. right. Hopefully everybody enjoyed the Crank It Up cam there. Of course, we're going to try to do it again. I want to do it at about lap 50 to 53 because at lap 55, taking lap 56 will be 20 to go. So I'd like to do it again earlier than 20 to go. But Gary Slapinski is our leader. Mike Peters there in second. Jim Brooks now third. Brian Kelly has fell back to that 4th spot. William George rounding out our top 5. Jason T. Adams in 6th. Dave Bush 7th. T.J. Hanley there in 8th. Robert DuPont 9th. And Derek Gilray rounding out our top 10. Robbie Darnell 11th. Kawabi Brooks 12th. Larry Blair 13th. Bud Still 14th. Jack Walls 15th. EJ Allain 16th, and Nicholas Lamb 17th. Dustin Lamb 18th. Dean Wilkinson 19th. Jay Hilliard in 20th. Gary Corley 21st. Robert Rock 22nd. Robert Chiswick 23rd. And James Ledford rounding out our top 24 here tonight. James just kind of hanging back here. Does have a reset left, but he is back here in 24th. So let's get back up here to the single foul action and some passing going on. It looks like Jim Brooks is going to get passed up here by at least one driver. Jason T. Adams. Dave Bush trying to get around him. Ryan Kelly. And back around Mike Peters for second. And William George. The Bulldog. Right there in the 09. And I would watch William George. And I would not count out our pole setter either, Mr. Bud Steele. Gonna get good. It's gonna get good, folks. Yeah, Bud, he's picking them off one by one. Jack Walls around TJ Allain there. 32 of 75. Let's Lamb. 44 of Robbie Darnell. He was running, wondering who was running that Dasani water machine. That is the 44 of Robbie Darnell. So, Robbie, you know, there goes the 910 of Dustin Lamb there. Hey, look at these paints well, the sponsor, TJ Chummy Esports, did. You can tell we're on Nicholas Lamb right now. Get up here to TJ Allain. Well, there's some confusion there because that little number 95 kind of messed up. Sorry. I had to say it. I got to give you a hard time there, bud. TJ Chummy Esports about that number mix up, and yeah, a little lower than normal. But you kind of see the paint here, and very, very similar paint. I don't know if Lamb is part of TJ Allen's team, but I do know that paint is done by TJ Allain. So TJ coming up on the 46 of Derek Gilray. We got action going on up here, folks. Let's go and check it out. Let's get off the paints here. 43, Jason T. Adams, William George. No, that is, who is coming around? Mike Peters. They're coming around Mike Peters here. Dave Bush making that pass as well. I believe Dave? Larry Blair. What happened to Larry Blair? He is gone. Can I get a MaxSpeedTV replay? Sponsored by, of course, DJ Chummy Esports. What happened to Larry? Just kind of, he was gone. Oh, he was literally gone. And I blinked out and he just poofed. Oh, not what you want to see. Oh, did his internet go out again? Can anybody in chat let me know what happened to Larry? Oh. Well, the top three kind of breaking away a little bit. Gary, Ryan, William. Back here to Jason T. Adams. He's leading the group here with Dave Bush, TJ Hanley, and Jim Brooks, as well as Mike Peters. Followed by Kowabe Brooks, Robert DuPont. Gap between them, a gap between Robert and Jack. Jack's got Bud Still on his tail. TJ Allane leading a pack here. Dustin Lamb, Nicholas Lamb, Eric Gilray. Like Nicholas Lamb gonna come around. Dustin Lamb. Dustin, oh, close to the wall. Derek Gilray. Eric Gilray did not get around Dustin. Dustin gonna hold on to 15th. Ian Wilkinson. I think this is probably one of my favorite paints out here. Just saying. Not taking away from the racing, but it's the Alien. You grew up watching cartoons, you should know who that is. That is Marvin the Martian, I do believe. Love it. I love the paint there, Dean. Love it. Area 51, Marvin the Martian with a 55. You can't beat it. My brother said, I don't know if he's in chat or not, but as he said, we know what Area 51 is hiding now. The racetrack. Well, it's not Indianapolis. Gary Slapinski, however, still up front, and we are going to take a lap 38 over the halfway mark here tonight. Lap 45, taking lap 46, will be 30 to go here. So another big shout out again to TJ Chummy Esports, that is TJ Allane, and Chummy Miller, of course. I don't see Mr. Miller here. Mr. Miller is out there in chat. Big shout out to you, Chummy. And of course, TJ Allane again, for being the main sponsor, the sole sponsor, I guess you could call it, from what I heard, for the series, the season for Area 51 on Monday nights. And these top three, they have kind of pulled away a little bit, about 1.4 seconds ahead of Dave Bush. And we've got Robbie Darnell down pit road, lap 39, coming to lap 40, I do believe. Oh, lap 39. Like Robert DuPont. He is going to be coming off of pit road. Oh, he is still on the apron, and now he pulls it onto the racetrack. Ooh, that 07, that left side is messed up. He's on the access road here. Maybe not to try to cause a caution. Don't want to get into anybody. However, he is on that access road. Now, if he got a penalty by the admins, I don't see it. I don't know. But Robert, he is going to be coming down pit road as we speak. right, well, Bud Steele, like Jack Walls going at it here. The 19 of Nicholas Lamb. Oh, we got pit stops. Yes, we do, folks. Green flag pit stops. Kawabe Brooks down pit road. Bud Steele down pit road. Derek Gilray down pit road. We got some pit stops going on here tonight. Are we really within that window? I was told 30 to 35, so... I was thinking more of the lines of 20 to 25. And here we go. We got Jim Brooks down pit road. Eric Gilray is off and away here. Lap 42 of 75. I now wonder when some of these drivers are Robert Chaswick down pit road. No, I think somebody lied to me. I really do. I always say I don't want to know the correct number. And, well, that correct number might be correct or not correct. Mr. I'm not going to mention any names, 53 of Dave Bush. Yeah. Well, there we go, folks. Unlimited tire sets here tonight, 75 laps, of course. I'm going to go ahead and say 20 to 25 laps, roughly. Some drivers have been out here 25, 26 laps. But more and more drivers are in pit road. Gary Corley, James Ledford, they are down pit road. So I'm beginning to wonder... Gary Slapinski is coming. Oh, and I say that. And here we go. Gary down. Ryan down. William down. Bush is down. Jason T. Adams is down. E.J. Hanley is down. Nicholas Lamb is down. T.J. Alleyne down. Mike Peters down. Dustin Lamb down. Dean Wilkinson is down pit road. Jay Hilliard is down pit road here tonight. Robert Rock is down. Oh, pit road, man. Awfully busy right now. And, yeah, if Dave finishes in the top 3, I'm definitely going to give him a hard time about this, this pit road, so to speak. Hey, it's 30 to 35. Yeah. Yeah, right. Well, Jack Walls did lead a lap here. He's got Ryan Kelly. Well, Ryan is coming off of pit road. Jack Walls, though, is going to be coming down pit road as we speak. So, Ryan Kelly, he can make it around without the tail end of, well, Jim Brooks, William George, Dave Bush, Gary Slapinski, Jason T. Adams, Bud Steele, E.J. Hanley. If he can make it around, he'll lead another lap here. Now let's see here if he can do it. And, well, it's got to get past Jack first. Oh, it might take another lap. Ryan Kelly is going to cross the stripe here, but he is not going to lead that lap. I don't think. No, he is not. That's going to still be 5 for Ryan Kelly. He's got to go back around one more time before he leads his 6th lap. Jim Brooks, however, where he is at. Sitting in 2nd now. Oh. with about 31 laps left to go, coming to 30. Oh man, I don't know. Can they really go 30 laps? Was that just a short pit? I don't really, I don't know. I do not, at this point, I don't know. I don't know who to believe. I really don't. Larry Blair out there, man. Larry, yeah, I hate it, but if you're still in Discord, man, I'd love to pull you up here. I hate it, man. I so hate what happened to you. If you're in Discord, you know, man, you can pop yourself down into staging. I'd love to get you up here. I hate it for you, Larry. I really do, man. That internet issues, and of course Ryan having blinking issues out here. I can't really stay on him. You know, I know all about the internet issues. I know all about the blinking issues. I know all about, you know, there for the win and your electric goes out. We talked about that earlier. So it was, of course, your internet again. Ugh, I hate it. I hate it for you, bud. I really do. But if you want to talk about it, pull you up here in the booth, have a conversation while these guys try to figure out who's going to win it here tonight. Maybe you can give me some more insight on that fuel run, because I don't know. I mean, I was told 30 to 35, but they pitted, you know, 25, 26 laps. So I think it's 20 to 25. I do not think they can make it to the end. I think they're going to have to pit at least once. At least, you know, a splash and go. I do want to apologize, of course, to not only all the fans out there, but to, of course, the League of Area 51, and to, you know, the sponsors for the issues we are having here with the broadcast. I do not know if it's skipping for y'all, but it is definitely skipping for me. And I am seeing it. I hate it. I don't know what's going on, so I do apologize for the technical issues. But Jim Brooks is our leader here tonight. Wow, Jim. What's up, man? Glad to see you up there in the Area 51 machine here tonight. But you got company. You got Ryan Kelly right there with you. You got William George. You got Dave Bush. You got Gary Slapinski, and Jim, yeah, he's not even going to attempt to keep it. He is going to let Ryan go, William George go, Dave Bush go. I don't know if he just let them win, but they did just go. And Gary Slapinski is going to slide it up in front of the Area 51 machine of Jim Brooks. So Jim going to fall back to 5th. He didn't even lead a lap. Come on, Jim. What's up, man? All right. Well, we're going to pull down Larry Blair here tonight. Larry not having the best of luck with internet. And I know all about internet and, like I said, electric. So, Larry, man, again, I feel for you, bud. Oh, man, I hate it. How was it out there, though? I mean, it's Indianapolis. Talk about it real quick.
Well, before the internet dropped, I thought the track was awesome. Everybody's racing real clean, and everybody's really close. And I mean, the race is going really good. This field is just stacked with talent. So,
Yes.
I mean, everybody's out there showcasing it right now. for all the viewers to see and stuff. And I just wish my internet wouldn't have dropped out because I had a good run going.
Oh yeah, definitely so, man. And I've been there, done it. We were just talking about that earlier before I went live, that you had a bad night last night as well with the internet. And I've been there. Mine wasn't the internet, but mine was, electrical. But, what's the difference? It's insane what happens. You feel good, you race good, and then, well, technical crap.
Yeah, you really can't get too mad because those guys, they got jobs and they got stuff they got to take care of too. So you got to kind of give and take on the track and off the track, I guess. But it'll get resolved and everything will be fine later on.
Yeah.
I'll just get ready for the next races, on the schedule.
Oh yeah, definitely so. And of course, I'm having issues here tonight. Now I know you're probably watching the broadcast. What's it looking like? Is it skipping? Oh, we got some issues going on track. So before you get to that, we got Dave Bush going into that second spot. William George, Gary Slapinski now going at it for that third spot. Jim Brooks still right here. He's got a bird's eye view of what's going on with that side by side. So as we watch this, how's the broadcast? Is it skipping for you? What's it like?
Well, I was watching it a few minutes ago, and then when you called me up here, I shut it off so I wouldn't, the sound wouldn't mess up with what I was saying. I would get confused and sound like an idiot. But when I was watching it, it seemed fine. It was buffering every few seconds, but it was pretty clear. Besides that, I mean,
okay.
it wasn't very annoying.
Okay, well, I've dropped a lot of frames, so I don't know what's going on. It might be YouTube. It might not be OBS. Maybe OBS is not getting Jim smacking the wall. Jim, gotta stay off that wall. It might be YouTube, having issues with OBS connected, and that might be the problem. I don't know. But I do know I have dropped 164,000 frames. I do know that.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, that is a lot, man. Larry, I hate it for you out here. But, before we get down here to that 20 to go, which will be here in the next 2 laps, we got another race. We got Pocono next week for round number 2. How do you feel about Pocono?
I'm feeling pretty good about that track. Ran a lot of laps there and had some pretty decent finishes. And then, of course, I've had some bad finishes. But I'm pretty comfortable with that track. So I'm just looking forward to it and hoping that we get another good turnout like we had tonight.
Yep.
Full of talent and get out there and have a heck of a race,
Well, let's hope. Oh, Ryan Kelly, Dave Bush, man. I thought we were going to have a battle here, maybe 4 wide for the lead, but we might have that before it's all said and done. Let's hope we have a better internet connection next week for round 2. You got some plans maybe going into that race as we battle out here for the lead between Dave Bush and Ryan Kelly?
Well, not really, I guess. Just make
really.
sure my stuff's good until next week,
Yep.
And I'm not even watching the broadcast anymore. I don't even know who's in what position anymore.
Right,
I shut it off a second ago. But
well,
good luck to whoever's going to win.
Well, to be honest with you, Larry, I don't know who's going to win. We got
It's
Dave Bush up
close.
front, Gary Slapinski in second, William George third, Ryan Kelly in fourth. We've got pit stops going on as Bud Steele is down pit road. We've had other drivers come down pit road already. We got 20 to go here tonight. So, to be honest, I don't even know who even has a shot at this. We could go 4 wide for the win for all I know.
Yeah, I got it pulled back up here now on the Discord. I can see it.
And here we go with more pit stops. I do believe. Nope, that's just Bud Steele. Everybody getting around Bud Steele. All right, so now I do want to know, what is the number for fuel. I was thinking 20 to 25, but somebody told me 30 to 35. I don't think it's 30 to 35 laps. There is no way you guys can go 30 laps. No way. Not on 70%.
No, I'm thinking right around 27 to 28 laps, maybe.
So if that's the case, can you save? You still can't save enough. There's no way. You are going to have to come down pit road.
Yeah, if I was in the car, I could tell you probably a lot easier.
Yeah, I'm sorry to throw you under the bus like that, Larry, but
Oh, that's okay.
I'm trying to figure it out because we got Dave Bush. Okay, let's just say we've got the top. I'm just gonna go ahead and say the top 12 that have been out here. Well, gonna go on 13, 14 laps. Some are on 13 now. Still, they haven't crossed the stripe. Some are on 14. I mean, you got 18 laps to go. I know you're behind, but I'm telling you, 18 to go. You can't, there's no way you can make it that far. 18 laps and you've been out here already 14.
Yeah, this is going to come down to the wire, it looks like, between Dave and Gary.
It's 32 laps. Oh.
But now it could be any of them in the top 4 right there.
Yeah. William George, I'm going through here. We'll just go ahead and do it. We got Dave Bush, 15 laps. Gary, 15 laps, second. William George, 15 laps in the 09, third. 15 laps, Ryan Kelly there in fourth, and 15 laps, he's further back, but that is Jason. I think Jason is saving fuel. I think he is saving as much as he can because you would not fall back that far for nothing. I think if anybody in the top 5, I think Jason T. Adams would have it. Oh, and here we go, Dave Bush. Oh, Dave Bush is around. And there's the caution. Oh. Uh-oh. What happened?
I'm a little delayed from what you're seeing. I can't see it yet.
I'm just doing the replay now, so don't worry about what you're seeing. I just seen the caution, and then I went right straight to it. It was Dave Bush, but I don't know what happened. Gary Slapinski does get around him, it looks like. Oh, somebody's into the wall there. And then, right there it was. Was that net code that caused that? Or was that? Oh, I think that was some contact between the 09 and the 53. Oh, was that 6 involved in this too? Oh, it's not delayed by much. Let me go ahead and back it up here. So coming around the corner, we're going to have William George. I'm going to be on Dave Bush. But we've got William George there in the 09. He's to the inside. What was their net code? Was there contact? Oh, I think there was some contact right there between the 09 and the 53. That spun. Oh, and a hard lick by Dave Bush into the wall. Oh, and you're seeing it, or you're gonna see it on the replay. I slowed it down, rewinded it, and I mean, I call it as I see it. I think there was some contact there. I really do. That was oof. Not what you wanted to see with 15 to go.
Yeah, I must be way behind or something. I'm still not. They're just going down the backstretch on my screen on lap 17 to go.
Hey, yeah. Yeah, you'll see it here. However, we're going to go ahead and step away as they come down pit road here, folks. Play a quick commercial break. Hang tight. We will be right back. Alrighty, folks, so we are back here. I've still got Larry Blair up here in the booth with me. I don't know how long he's gonna hang out with us here with 13 to go, but yeah, it looks like, Larry, there was some contact going down there on track here tonight. You know, that replay, you had to wait to see it, but yeah, I think you seen the same thing I seen, correct?
That's correct. Yeah. Looked like the 09 got into the 53's left rear quarter panel and made a little contact and got Dave's weight out of balance and turned him around on the front straight.
Oh, man. Well, with 13 to go, Larry, you can hang out with me tonight if you want to finish the race out. You don't have to do any interviews if you want to, but you're welcome to hang out. I mean...
Well, sure, I'll hang out.
Yeah, love to have you up here to call the last 13 laps. Now, you're going to be behind by 2 to 3 laps, but I'll end it and then we'll go from there. But man, we got Jim Brooks, Gary Slapinski, Ryan Kelly, William George, Jason T. Adams. That is our top 5, Larry. Oh, man. And Jim, I do believe, yes, is our leader because he pitted 8 laps ago. So pace car is off and away. Here we go. He's on the loud pedal. Jim Brooks, the Area 51 machine. Green flag is back out. And of course, Larry is behind, folks. So give Larry a few minutes to catch up here. And man, you already exited out of the sim, or are you watching it under the sim? If you're under the sim watching it, you can... Oh no, we got a big wreck. Never mind. Golly. Dustin Lamb, Jack Walls involved. Jack smoking. Uh-oh. If you go back under the sim, Larry, don't get in your car, but watch. You can catch it live. You can call it as you see it, man, as I do.
Try to get loaded back in.
That would help. And the 83 of Jack. Let's go and get a chase view on this. Did he get into the 53? Oh, he did. Oh, he got into the 53 and netcode with him and the 910. Netcode there sent them both up into the wall. Oh, and that's where the big one, as you would, I'd say, call it. Oh, the 95 of TJI Lane involved in that as well. Oh man, and TJI Lane is taking his car behind the wall here. Ooh.
Yeah, it won't let me load up, Josh, where I was in a different role in the session before after I backed out.
Can you go back under the driver role? Just don't.
No.
Oh, you can't? Okay.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, with 11 to go, it's probably already closed it out, so. Man. Well, that's all right. It's all right. You can take a look at the replay if you want. I mean, it's hard racing and netcode. I'm going to say that. Hard racing and netcode. I think.
Yeah, I'm finally seeing the replay. 12 to go.
Well, Jim Brooks, and you know, Larry, this race tonight starts it all. This is round one of the season. There's only 8 races in the regular season. The top 8 will make it into the chase. And I know, unfortunately, not the luck you wanted here tonight, but still plenty of races to go. Of course, you already talked about Pocono. You feel comfortable with Pocono? Do you feel like there might be more of a separation at Pocono, or do you feel like it's going to be more of pack racing at Pocono?
I think it'll probably break up into 2 or 3 packs, and then, you know, just like other races, get spread out here and there between the fuel stops. But at the end, I think it'll be probably maybe a 5-6 car pack at the end. Fighting for the checker flag at the line or whatever.
Oh yeah, and I can see that. These cars, if there is one thing I think that not only NASCAR needs to do with these cars, but iRacing as well, because, you know, iRacing does what NASCAR, you know, does as well. They need to change the aero in these cars. I'm sorry, but they do.
Right. And you know, with that diffuser that's been put on the car, that's going to create a pressure difference in the airflow. Yep. You know, the air pressure underneath the car. And when the cars go faster, it's supposed to produce more downforce. So, I mean, like the cars, if they could get these cars to go faster, it would produce more downforce. So we're going to see more tire wear too. You know,
yeah, but you're also going to see more aero push. In iRacing, you're going to see more netcode because the internet connection and the passing and all that. But in real racing, you're going to see more bumpers connecting bumpers than anything. And you're going to see more wrecks. So is it safer? In my opinion, it's not. Because you're going to see more wrecks.
No, and you don't never want to see a driver get hurt and be out, can't race or anything like that. But you also want it to be exciting for the fans.
Well,
So they got to kind of find that balance, I think, where it'll satisfy both people's needs or whatever.
Oh, yeah, definitely so. Definitely. Where is the satisfactory when it comes to racing stock cars? Even in the, when before they did the stages, before they did you know, the playoffs where they raced until, you know, the end. You know, where is that balance? You know, safety, they've come a long way. Race cars off and away. 9 to go, coming to 8 to go. Jim Brooks, Ryan Kelly, here we go. Green flag is back out. So where's safety? Come a long way. But how far does safety go with excitement? How can you balance both but keep the fans?
Well, I don't know how everybody else feels, but my personal opinion, I thought NASCAR did an excellent job last year.
Whoa!
Wasn't very many people that got hurt, if I remember right, during the season, and the racing was awesome all year long. And next year it's going to be even better because it's a brand new car. It's even at the playing field. It's just going to be a totally new experience for all the racing fans in the country and around the world, really. So I'm looking forward to it. And
Well,
I'd say a lot of other people are too, you know.
I don't personally like NASCAR with all the rules. I get my fix with iRacing. I like iRacing. I guess it's because I don't like to see people get hurt. I like to see battles. The battles we're seeing right now. Gary Slapinski, and I know Jim kind of fell back to 4th here, but you can't count him out. He's right there. We got 7 to go. If something happens up here with Gary Slapinski, Ryan Kelly, William George, guess what? Jim Brooks is going to pounce on this. It's going to get wild. It's going to get Area 51. I think Jim Brooks needs to bring out that Area 51 machine. He needs to just show them, hey, I know the secret to Area 51. Can he do it?
Jim is very capable of doing it. He's a really good driver. I've drove quite a few races against him now.
All right, well, Taylor Caldwell out there had to miss the opener tonight, but I'm pulling for Ryan Kelly to pull this one off. Taylor Caldwell. Is that Maxwell? Taylor?
And you're correct, Josh. I love the aspect of iRacing also. I understand it totally, and I enjoyed every second I get to race on here.
I love broadcasting because I love the action. Nobody gets hurt other than their feelings. Maybe some tempers, but, you know, that's part of racing. But nobody gets hurt. You know, everybody can, you know, go out here, race, have fun, do their thing, you know, throw tempers, disobey the rules, get penalized, but then come back and race again. You know,
and
they
you know,
don't have to worry about getting hurt.
And you know, there's different aspects of iRacing too that makes it so good, because you can just do the official races and try to win points championships for your divisions you get put in, or you can meet up with a group of guys on there and race with those guys every week, or you can get into the league racing aspect of it, and it like totally opens it up and makes it a whole lot better.
Yeah, meet new people and have fun and learn from those that have been on here since iRacing launched for the public, because at first it was just for the pro drivers. So, man, Gary Slapinski up front, William George in a very close second right now. Ryan Kelly looks like kind of backing off just a little bit. He's going to see what William George decides to do. And, you know, I'm calling William George the Bulldog here, because William, yeah, he started in 7th, but within, you know, 7 or so laps, he was up front, you know, top 5. And he never has looked back. He has been up here, up front, battling like he did late in the year last season. William is going to be one of those guys, I think this season, everybody out here is going to have to watch in that 09 machine. I don't have any money on William George, but if I did, I would put some money on that 09. I really would. Not a gambling man, but I would watch that 09. Oh, Taylor is your middle name. Okay, so that is Maxwell. Maxwell Caldwell out there. I was wondering where you was at. 43 of Jason T. Adams. Pushing the daylights out of William George. 3 to go. Next time by 2 to go. Gary Slapinski. And I don't even know what to say about this dude. Larry, I really don't.
Gary's just a talent. He's a wheel man. That's all I know to say.
Well, he's got 8 turns, but he has William George still right there with him. Buddy, if Gary messes up, man, William. Oh.
That's one of the best things about iRacing is how good everybody is that you get to race against in these league races.
And you just never know from, you know, race to race, year to, or race to race, season to season, year to year, how well a driver has learned and become. How well have they learned the car? That's the big thing, car track combination. We've got 1 to go here tonight. Gary Slapinski is still up front, 46 laps under his belt. He started on the outside here tonight. They're wrecking behind him, but it doesn't matter because white flag in the air. If Gary can hang on to it without messing up a turn or two here, I think he's got it, man. William George is trying to fight off Mike Peters. Mike, quickest in practice. William, he is trying to do everything he can to fight off Mike. Out of turn number 4. Out of 4. Into the wall. The 09. Hard into the wall. Gary Slapinski is going to win it here tonight. Round 1 of the 2022 season at Indianapolis for Area 51. William George grabbing that second spot, and Jason T. Adams in third. Dave Bush grabbing that 4th spot, seeing the whole wreck behind him. Well, we won't get Dave up here tonight, but we'll definitely have to have a talk with him. But congratulations to Dave on 4th, and Ryan Kelly running out our top 5 here tonight. But it's going to be Gary Slapinski here this evening. So, man, awesome race out here tonight. Hang tight, folks. We'll be right back. Alrighty, folks, we have caught up with our top three here tonight. We're going to start here with our third place finisher here, and that beautiful STP machine. And I'm going to go ahead and say it again as I drag him down here. That beautiful STP machine, a throwback out there from, well, the legend, well, the biggest, one of the biggest legends. Man, Jason, awesome job out here tonight. You figured out how to do it. You figured out what you needed to do, at least, to grab a top three podium finish, man. But talk about Indianapolis out here tonight, because there was a lot of action. Yeah, a lot of side by side, a couple of three wide, but everybody, for the most part, did keep their P's and Q's. Talk about it.
Yeah, it was an interesting race for sure. It did come down to a fuel strategy for sure. I was going to be, if we kept going, I was going to be like 5 laps short of the full race. But a lot of excitement out here tonight. I love running with these guys. These guys are awesome. This is a way to start the season off with the top 3 finish. I like to appreciate all the teammates that I worked with tonight to get me where I was at tonight. But that STP was in the wind tonight. Wish we'd have had a few more laps. I think we could have got up front.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you were right there. You were less than a half a second behind William George. And, of course, if you combine it, you were about 8/10 behind the leader of Gary Slapinski. But nonetheless, I mean, it's still an awesome race. But Indianapolis is big. I mean, it's 2.5 miles. We go to another track. It kind of, it's not, similar is not even a word I should even use for this, but it does have its trickiness, and that should bring it to you. We go to Pocono for round 2. So how do you feel about the tricky triangle of Pocono next week?
Yes, sir. Absolutely. I think it's going to be a fun race too. A lot of good guys to race with, and we're going to make the best of it. That's for sure.
Well, can you at least get 1, maybe 2 spots further?
I think we could get somewhere in the top 2 here come to Pocono. Let's see how it turns out. It's still a week away, so never know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. So, well, Jason, awesome job out there here tonight. Round 1, hey, man, it's just round 1 of 7, or round 1 of 8 of the regular season. So 7 races left in the regular season. Still plenty of time. Man, any final thoughts, shout-outs, thanks you want to give before you go celebrate your 3rd place here tonight to open the season up, man?
Well, I'd just like to thank Area 51 for having me. I really enjoy their league. Great group of guys here. Also, I'd like to thank my wife and my family for putting up with me all week, being on here, practicing, getting some laps in, and the teammates that I have earned by being with Area 51. The guys are awesome. But let's move on to Pocono and see what happens.
All righty, buddy. Well, I guess we will see you next week's time, man, right here at Pocono on MaxSpeedTV, bud. Go celebrate 3rd here tonight.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. All right. Well, that is going to bring us here to our 2nd place finisher here tonight, Mr. William George here. And I'm still going to call you the Bulldog here tonight. I don't know if you were listening or not, but you are the Bulldog, man. You didn't waste no time. I know you started, up more toward the front, but, you went you went from the front to more toward the front in about 7 laps, and you never looked back. You were right there. Man, that 09 machine, if I had money on you this season, it better be good, because I think you got something for these drivers here this season. But talk about Indianapolis to open it up. Not Daytona, it's not Talladega, it's not Homestead. It's Indianapolis. It's a big, big track, man. William, talk about it.
Shoot. Actually, this was my first time running at this track, to be honest. So I was kind of nervous trying to start this race. But I think this is going to be my new favorite track now. But
New favorite track because of what I said or because of where you finished? I mean, come on.
It was just a lot of fun. I mean, using the draft, there had been, you had to let off the gas a little bit in the corners. You had to hit the corner just right. If you didn't, you would hit the wall. It was definitely a challenging track.
All right, so I've got a big question for you because I don't feel you would lie to me, unlike somebody else. Dave Bush told me 30 to 35 for fuel. I don't think that was the case. Was it 20? What was it? 22 to 27 laps, 20 to 25 laps?
Shoot, I was getting about 28 because I was half throttling a lot, so I was the max about 28.
Okay, so Larry Blair was kind of who joined me at the booth. He was pretty close on that. He was, yeah. Okay, so 28 laps. So, with that being said, how was it out there? I mean, how was the single file passing at times, pit strat? How was it out there on track?
It was actually pretty laid back, but a few times there it got pretty hairy. I mean, there was some times where you can run the high line and you can get around them if you had the right draft. But I mean, other than that, it was pretty calm.
All right. Well, of course, we go from this track to the tricky triangle of Pocono for round 2. So 2 tracks. They're not similar, but they're similar in a way. You got 4 turns here, but you've got 3 turns at Pocono, but it's still 2.5 miles. So how do you go into a track like this to a track like that with only 3 turns?
Honestly, I think it's just going to be the same way as at Indianapolis here. You got to just let it coast around the corners. I mean, you got 3 different corners. So,
yeah, all 3 turns are different. So
definitely. But I think you're still going to use the draft like you were here in the straightaways, and that's where most of your passing is probably going to be at. But I don't know. Those 3 corners, I'll learn as soon as I get there because that's another track I haven't ran at either.
All right, well, get some practice.
Yes, definitely.
Well, man, awesome job grabbing that. I would say a very close second here, under a half a second, 4/10, 0.417 from what I've got. So very close, but Gary Slapansky, that's Gary for you. So but man, close here tonight, man. Any final thoughts, shout outs, thanks you want to give, and of course a big shout out to the main sponsor here. TJ Chummy Esports, man. You got that paint going on, representing.
Yeah, I got to represent. So I want to thank TJ for the paint schemes and allowing me this opportunity to drive this car with Area 51. And I'd like to thank Jim Brooks on allowing me to run the 09. I know I was the 99 originally, but so I want to give a shout out to LeVar, Chummy, TJ Esports. I think I got DeMarzo's on there, but
I don't know.
Anyways.
I haven't really went around the car, but I do see TJ Chummy Esports, and really that's between them
the
and
main ones.
Yeah, between them and Area 51, that's the most important. So
Yeah, like I said, all my other teammates, I like to thank them too. I mean, we've been working together a lot, and we've been trying to get a good finish, and I says it's just a lot of testing, practice, and just working with each other and trying to get to know each other more. And we've just been helping each other out. It's a great team.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So, William, man, awesome job out here tonight in that 09 machine. I guess we'll see you at Pocono, I like to call it, or Pinocchio, next week for round number 2. So, William, go celebrate second here tonight. Maybe 1 spot better next week. Go celebrate second here tonight, buddy.
We'll give it everything we got. Appreciate it.
Let's go. All righty. Well, that is going to bring us here to our winner here tonight. He don't need an interview. Why does this man even need an interview here? Can Gary even tell me why he needs an interview? Gary, man, awesome job out here. You figured out a way to get up front. You still had to do some battling of your own to do it. It wasn't easy. And you're the only person that can tell us why it wasn't that easy. Talk about it.
It wasn't that easy. You got to have a friend, and I had plenty of those guys out there, and I appreciate all their help. I did have one bad pit stop when I left the pit stall. I was in second gear, and you're not going to go very far in second gear, so I had a little bad pit stop there.
Yeah, second gear is not friendly off a pit road, so
No, it wasn't, and it stalled, and I had to restart it. And I just seen cars going past me. I was like, "Oh, okay, that's not good."
Well, talk about pit road, because we had a couple of cautions, but we had green flag pit stops. So talk about those green flag pit stops. They are so important at a big track like the Brickyard.
Yes, it is so important. So important getting off of four, getting to the line, getting all the way down that long pit road. Get to your pit stall. Don't slide it, because it seems like you go to your pit stall, it wants to slide. You're like, stop, please stop. Get your pit stop done, and getting off pit road is like huge important. Get all the speed you can off through there. That is huge.
Yes.
And you can gain a lot of spots through there.
Well, talk about the side-by-side battle you had with that number 13 machine of Ryan Kelly, because I thought it was going to come down to you and Ryan, coming out of the wire, maybe 2 wide, possibly some 3 wide, 4 wide action. Unfortunately, Ryan did finish in 5th here tonight. But, that battle, those battles that you had with Ryan Kelly, I mean, they were battles even early on. He didn't look back. You didn't look back. You guys were going at it. You guys are not teammates, I don't believe. So, man, talk about it.
No. I had a lot of fun with Ryan. We were side drafting each other, trying to slow each other down, drive it into the corner side by side there a couple of times, quite a few times, couple laps. We were definitely driving it hard, trying to get out front. And unfortunately for him, a couple people, and have a couple friends, and he kind of just stayed in line there probably at the end there, and then there was a late caution, or no, late wreck right at the end there. I saw in my mirror, so hope I didn't get any damage for anybody else. So kind of bad day for them.
Oh, man, awesome job out here tonight. But we go to another track, another 2.5 mile track, but it's not, rectangle like this. It is Pocono. There's only 3 turns, and all 3 turns are different. And there's a lot of drivers out here that know Pocono very well. So, how do you feel about Pocono?
It's a tricky little triangle there, and I've been had a couple races there already, and I have a good groove around there, and a couple other guys we can buddy up together, get to the front there, and maybe pull out another win or pull out top 5. That'd be my goal.
All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and ask you one more question outside of iRacing here real quick. You could either say I could care less, or you could pick one, Georgia or Alabama.
Georgia.
All right, here we go. All right. So he's going to say Georgia. All right, well, that is going to do it here for Gary Slapinski, our winner here for the first race of Area 51 in 2022 for Monday nights. But, Gary, it's not done, because you have final thoughts, shout-outs, thanks you want to give before you go celebrate the first victory in the season here tonight. Gary, mic's yours.
Oh, thank you. Everybody out there, MaxSpeedTV, I'd like to thank you for broadcasting this. Everybody out there watching, my family, the teammates I have out there helping me, and God bless, and have a great night.
All right, well, this is Gary Slapinski grabbing the first win of the 2022 season. So, season 1 of 2022. here for Area 51. So, Gary, we will see you at Pocono for round 2 next week. Go celebrate the first victory, and we'll see if you can go back to back for round 1 and 2, man. Go celebrate. We'll see you next week, bud.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you, bud. All righty, folks. Yeah, I had to throw Gary under the spot. Just had to do it because of what's going on here tonight. However, let's get down here to the unofficial results pending in the admin stuff they have to do. And yes, I am now losing my voice. But Gary Slapinski grabbing the win here tonight. William George there in second. Jason T. Adams in third. Dave Bush in fourth. Ryan Kelly in fifth. Robert DuPont in sixth. Jim Brooks seventh. TJ, that's Teejay Hanley. TJ Hanley grabbing the top 8 here tonight. Dean Wilkinson ninth. And Jay Hilliard grabbing that top 10 there in 10th. Robbie Darnell in 11th. Robert rocking his way up to the top 12. I think we found a name for you, Robert, there in that 12th spot. Robert Chaswick, 13th. James Ledford, 14th. Bud Steele, tough break for Bud. He'll finish out in 15th. Top 15 for Bud, though. Mike Peters there in 16th. Derek Corley, 17th. Dustin Lamb, 18th. Derek Gilray, 19th. And TJ Lane in 20th. Jack Walls, 21st. Kowabe Brooks, 22nd. Tough break for Kowabe as well. Nicholas Lamb as likewise 23rd. Larry Blair. We had Larry up here. Man, tough break for Larry. I hate it for him. And Dave Bingle did not even start the race here tonight. But our winner, Gary Slapinski. I think it's pronounced actually Z, but we'll just slap himself and Slapinski. He won here tonight in that Furniture Row 85 for round 1 of the Area 51 Monday Night Next Gen Cup Series. Of course, next week, we go to Pinocchio, as I like to call it, but it's the Tricky Triangle of Pocono. Man, glad to see everybody out there tuning in here tonight. We got 8 likes. We still got 6 watching. I do appreciate everybody tuning in here this evening. Man, oh man. But until tomorrow night, folks, for the RTC Race Tech Coatings Cup Series right here on MaxSpeedTV with myself. Until then, stay safe. Thank you all and have a